Go over, I'm probably going to run short on time. I've got a bunch of statistics and slides and stuff to go through. I don't like to bore people, and I talk real fast. So if you have a question, just like throw it at me, and I'll stop in the middle of it. I'm going to go over a lot of statistics and pretty charts and graphs and colors and things like that. So hopefully you guys will stay awake. I have problems staying awake during presentations. I'll say that. But anyway, so I'll jump right into it. We'll start with me. I'm Drew. I've been online since about 1984. I got my first computer in about between 82 and 84. Built it myself and had a bunch of time with it. I'm only 33, so I was about 5 when I started working with machines. I went to school in Alton for a while, in the thriving city of Alton, and the way that I got interested in computers is we had an Apple IIe and a Commodore 64 in there, and they kept breaking. And they would never work, and so, to get a service guy scheduled to go all the way out to Alton to go fix a computer is like pretty much impossible. So when he came out there, I sat down and I watched exactly what he did, how we replaced different boards and so on and so forth, and I learned and I got interested in now, 20 years later, 30 years later, here I am. So I've been online for a pretty decent amount of time, which is cool because I've been able to see how everything works, how it went from chat rooms all the way up to where it is today, and so on and so forth. So it's been an interesting ride so far, but it's only going to get more impressive. It's only going to get more fun. I don't know if any of you guys follow Energetic, but I've run a website in the Valley for about 14 years called Energetic. We started off doing a bunch of parties. I used to throw a lot of raves. I was pretty much the #1 guy that threw raves in the Valley for about 10 years, and I still do a bunch of shows. During Art Walk, come visit us at Roosevelt's. We have DJs out there, and we do stuff over at the Biscuit Shop, and we bring DJs everywhere we go. But what's been really neat about that, the reason I want to mention it, is because a lot of people that started off with me when they were 15, 16, 17 years old going to my shows have now grown up, and now they're 25, 30, 35. And so it's been really cool to watch as they grow up, how social media is kind of taking a twist. How now when we go out to promote events, we don't have to take flyers and go hand them out to everybody in front of a car. We can just get online and send out a Facebook mass invite, and we're good to go. So I do that for fun. I've got technology on one side and music on the other, just like the teacher that's also a musician. So I'm a director of business development for a leading software company in the wireless industry. The name of the company is EDX Wireless, and we produce RF modeling and signal propagation engineering software specifically for wireless deployments, everybody from Department of Defense to carriers. Before this gig, when people asked me what I did, I told them I designed Big Brother infrastructure, because that's what I did. A lot of the projects we worked on were projects that we can't really talk about. It sounds pretty cliche to say, like, yeah, I can tell you, but I'd have to kill you. But I don't tell anybody. But the point is that we worked on a lot of interesting projects, and it's been very cool to see the way that now, the surveillance aspect, like the surveillance side of the world is converging with the social media side of the world. And I'll hit on that a little bit towards the end. But I've worked on a whole bunch of different interesting government projects, things that will blow your mind if you saw them. And the scary part is they're here every day, and you're using them and you're living them every single day, and nobody even knows about them because they're pretty covert. But they're pretty boss. I'm one of 2 original web developers in the RGB. That's a pretty cool thing for me because I helped start a business called Border Guide back in, I don't even know what year it was, 96, 97. And I cranked out maybe 700 to 800 websites within the first 6 months that we're in operation. My goal was to be able to walk around the city of McAllen and stand on any street corner and see at least 3 of my customers. And I hit that goal. And it was pretty neat. I did a lot of trade, and it was cool because I was single. I was 16 years old, 17 years old, and all I wanted was free food and free, places to hang out. And so I ended up meeting all the restaurant owners and stuff. And I'll do your website if you give me a burger every Tuesday. And it worked out. So I helped kick off the internet service industry in South Texas. I was one of the technical people that helped found the first 3 dial-up internet service providers, the largest voice over IP service provider in the area. And then on top of that,